All right, guys, I'm back again. All right, so this headline says, this is what the police is saying. Father killed daughter's boyfriend for allegedly selling her into a sex trafficking. And it reads this. It says, a father in Washington state has been charged with murder for allegedly killing his daughter's boyfriend when he believed he sold her into a sex trafficking ring. The Spokane Police Department arrested John Eisenman, 60-year-old, the father, after the body of 19-year-old Aaron Sorensen was found abandoned inside a truck. Police said they responded to a call about a foul odor coming from an abandoned vehicle on October 22nd. Several individuals told police they believe a body of a deceased person was located in the trunk, and police verified human remains were found in the vehicle, according to a report. Spokane Major Crimes Unit identified the body as Sorensen on October 29, and Eisenman was arrested and charged with first-degree murder, police stated. According to police, the case began in October 2020 when Eisenman learned his daughter had allegedly been sold to a sex trafficking ring that operated in the Seattle area. Police said Eisenman believed his daughter's boyfriend may have been the one responsible for her sale and was able to rescue his daughter and get her back to the Spokane area October 2020. In November 2020, Eisenman learned Sorensen was going to be at a location in Airway Heights and is accused of waiting for him to arrive, police added. When Eisenman spotted Sorensen, he allegedly confronted and abducted him, tied him up, and placed him in the trunk of a vehicle. Sound like the movie Taken. Police added Eisenman is accused of continuing to assault Sorensen by hitting him in the head with a cinder block and then stabbing him repeatedly, causing his death. Eisenman then placed Sorensen in a trunk and drove the vehicle to a remote area in North Spokane County before abandoning the car with the body still inside, according to officials. Officials says the vehicle remained at the location until it was moved in October 2021 by a third party and driven to Spokane. At this point, it is not believed the third party knew the body was in the trunk. While parked, people rummaged through the car, taking items, and discovered the body, police said. Eisenman reportedly had no recent criminal history or violent criminal history before this incident. He was booked in Spokane County Jail on a $1 million bond. Wow. Okay, so I was looking through the comment section and people all were like, free this man, free this man, free this man. Now, I would assume, first of all, I wonder if the police were involved when he found his daughter, or did he went out like Liam Neeson on Taken and went and looked for his daughter on his own? I don't think it stated anything like that. It just said he got his daughter back. So that's one thing I was curious about. But yeah, a lot of people are like, free this man. He did nothing wrong. So what's the problem? And this is how I feel on the situation. Morally speaking, if the young man did do that to his daughter, which, if the daughter's, well, there's so many ways to look at this. Okay, if this is true that he did this, first of all, I would assume the daughter would say, yeah, this is my boyfriend did it, right? I would assume that. Hopefully she ain't lying on him. Hopefully she just didn't ran off and did something and was, a prostitute and was whatever and lying. Hopefully she's not lying. So let's just take it as is and say she was in the sex trafficking, right? And the boyfriend did it. And she told her father. Would the father be wrong? Morally speaking, I do not believe that he's wrong, because if you did that to my daughter and she was crying and she got these horrific stories about these men doing this stuff to her and against her will, I would want to play out the fantasy in my head of me torturing you. That's how I honestly feel. And you get no love from me if you doing that to another human being, put them in the sex trafficking. So that's how I would feel morally. But let's just keep it real now. By law, you cannot just take something into your hands. Number one, again, just playing devil advocate. We don't know what the situation was between the boyfriend and the girl. What if the girl just I don't know. What if she had a pimp? What if she just ran off you and she just lied on the boy, on the father, and was like, okay, dad, he did this to me or whatever, and come up with this wild story? Because I don't know, it does sound a little crazy that the police didn't get involved. Because it seemed like that would be mentioned, right? Oh, he just got his daughter back. Well, how he got his daughter back? Was the police involved? Did she? And if the police were involved, did she tell her? Obviously, I would think the police must have was not involved. Because if the police was involved and he says, "Oh, my daughter, I can't find my daughter," and they found her and they got her through this sex trafficking, wouldn't she say it was my boyfriend and they would just arrested him? So that part is kind of crazy to me. It got me thinking, like, that kind of crazy to me. So he just went off like Liam Neeson on Taken, the actor in that movie, and just went and found his daughter himself because he got a unique set of skills. Is that what happened? I need to know, because this it sounds very movie-ish. But anyway, it just sounds crazy to me. Wouldn't the daughter say, "Hey, I want him arrested. Dad, let's just call the cops. He can't get away with this"? So this story do sound kind of iffy to me, y'all. I'm gonna tell you right now, it does sound kind of iffy. I know I said let's just take their word, but I had to explore that. I want my viewers to think. I want my subbies to think. Okay? So let's just think. Something going on here. Something ain't sound too right here. What kind of sex trafficking they got going on where you don't involve the po-po? Now, something about that ain't sound too right, but I'm going to carry on and say, but if the young man did do that to her, morally speaking, well, it is what it is. You going up or yonder. You going with Jesus or you going to hell, whatever. Hell, you going down. But I will say this, on like a law, you cannot just go and take something in your own hand like that. Maybe if it was in the process, like you see him grabbing your daughter and got a knife to her and trying to take her to the people, and he shot the dude or beat him over his head with a bat, then yeah. But if you got your daughter and it's over, you're supposed to call the police. You're not supposed to just take it in your own hand, because that's just the law. Morally speaking, I can understand why you want to do it yourself, like, but so you can be there for your daughter and live out the rest of your life a free man. I think you should have just had called the police instead of waiting until you can meet this guy and take his life like that. Because now, it more than likely, yeah, you going to prison, buddy. I don't know if they're gonna be lenient on you, because I don't know. But law wise, dude, you did take someone's life, and I don't think they're gonna care too much that, you know what I'm saying. Oh, look what happened to your daughter. I just don't think they're gonna. I think the judge may be able to sympathize with that if it's true. But like I said, so that's how I feel on that situation. I want to know what y'all guys think. And do y'all guys peep what I'm peeping? Like, am I going crazy? Am I reading too much into this? About what I said about the they not calling the police. Like, it doesn't sound like they called the police. Because if you would call the police and get the police involved, would they hold them for questioning? Wouldn't that be in the information? Would that be something like, okay, your daughter got taken. She know who did it. Call the police. It just say he got his daughter back. Even when you get your daughter back, still call somebody. Wouldn't the daughter want that to happen too? I don't know. But that's just my opinion on the situation.